All right, coaches, appreciate you tuning in my YouTube channel. This week is about offensive line in the Gun T RPO system. But a lot of this stuff you can probably apply to whatever system you're running. If you would like more information in depth on what we run, I've produced a lot of materials at fbcoachsimpson.com, where you can go to CoachTube and get my entire system. I even have my own playbook out if you want to look at all the schemes and the ways we devise things up. And you can get that at fbcoachsimpson.com. Also, those second batch, I've had about 400 or 500 orders of the playbook in about a month. It's been pretty crazy. Are going out. If you would like to get in on the next batch, you can go to my website and order it from there. Today we're going to talk about offensive line. Yesterday we did philosophy and why we go strong and quick and what we're looking at as far as linemen. Today we're going to start into our drill section. So today we're going to talk about down blocking in our system, but you could probably apply this to any system that you do. So as we're teaching down block, we have kind of a day one drill, and then I'll walk through kind of how we adjust it. So the premise of the drill, our offensive linemen, we usually put them on a yard line because it keeps them nice and straight. And I like to have them in as small groups as possible, but the reality is sometimes we don't have as many coaches as we would like. And so you can do this with one coach with a lot of kids, but if you want it to be done well, we prefer them to be in pods with their position coach. That way they're getting individually coached. If you can't do that, I would highly recommend you film it and come back. That way you can correct off of film. That way you can get multiple reps. But I've learned real quickly that just because you get a lot of reps doesn't mean it's quality work. And so you need to either film it or coach it, okay, or all you're doing is mindless reps. And we don't want that. So our offensive linemen will spread out. Their partner, who's representing the defense, will be on one side, and we'll move them offset. Because a down block is going to be, for us, always blocking inside. But depending on the call, that might be a down block with our right shoulder or a down block with our left shoulder. So we usually will just rotate days to keep it simple, okay? Basic premise of this, we want our guys to be flat backed, square base as they come up. We should initiate contact with our shoulder, and then we call it like a T-Rex arm. We're gonna bring that arm with us. The first thing we're looking for as far as aiming points are these. We're looking for the defensive line that we're playing that week. What is their technique? Okay, is their technique to come upfield, and that's usually our day one install? Or are they a guy who's gonna feel pressure and they've been coached well enough they're gonna play down the line? And so there's different aiming points. But we start off day one as if everyone's an upfield player. So what will happen is our offensive lineman will be here, we'll go one step at a time. So it'll be set, go, one step. We want about a 6-inch step. We want to gain a little bit of ground, okay? We want to keep our base, which means we need to narrow up so when we take that step, we don't get out here, okay? Then we'll go 2 steps, 1, 2. We should be back to where we were. We should still be low, okay? We should have initiated contact or be right at it. Then we'll run all the way through. And so we'll blow the whistle or set go, however it's going to be. They'll initiate contact with the shoulder we want. We want to get our head across early, bring the shoulder or bring the arm with them, and then they're going to actually turn their rear end all the way to the end zone for a seal. When we're running down blocks, first thing we can't let the defender do is get penetration. The second thing we can't let them do is cross our face, because remember that if we're down blocking, essentially we think the ball is going the other way. And so we'll tell the defensive lineman after we've gone through 1 step, 2 steps. Now we go all the way through, no one moves. We progress up, and now when we say go, the defensive lineman will walk that direction. So that forces our guy to cross his face and then make the block. And that technique is an upfield team we're playing. So if you're playing a team that's built on getting upfield, creating confusion, but they're not so much technique, they're trying to just kind of stunt and move, that's what we want to work all week. If it's a team, okay, that is more technical, then we're actually going to step more vertical. So if they're getting upfield, we're going to step flatter. If they're not getting upfield, and it should be logic, I hope, we're going to step a little more vertical so that we can seal that back hip, okay? So it's just a subtle thing that we do on the first level defenders to work it. So as you can see up here, we do technique first. Are they shooters or are they kind of over the top players? Second thing we look for is the level. So first level defender for us would be gap or down. Gap down, we're blocking a first level defender, usually a defensive lineman or a walked up blitzing linebacker who's giving away what he's doing. The second part of that is linebacker. So gap down, backer. So now we're going to do the same drill, and we're going to back our partners up over here to right about here, and now we're working to him. What you're going to find real quickly is if you don't put some thought into it, your guy will walk to a guy who never moves. And then you get into a game and you snap the ball and he's there and your guy's there. And that's a problem. And so we want to work the same concept with our players on technique. Is this linebacker a shooter? Is he playing at 2 yards? Is he stunning? We're going to be more vertical towards him. Is he a guy who's reading and now he's going to try to play over the top and kind of fit over the top? Well, our angle needs to change. So it may not be here to him, it may be here to cut him off from where he wants to go. And when contact's initiated there, it's the same concept. We're going to turn our hip and give ourselves the edge. And so as we're working down block, we're going to hit this every day. So generally we'll go first level right when we're starting, as soon as we're allowed to touch each other. Then we'll go the same deal with now it's an upfield player. Now it's a whatever player. So we're going to work all the first levels. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start working the second levels. And then during a week of practice, okay, we can now hopefully go through a little quicker because now we can go first level, second level, and then the next day work the other side, work down blocking to the left. Okay, but every one of our athletes from our wing to our quick tackle is going to work this drill every single day. Because in our offense, we're going to run buck or the way we run jet or the way we run belly read a lot of times, we're going to have to be able to down block. We're going to counter the same thing. We're going to be really good at down blocking. And a lot of people ask, well, what drills do you run? Well, we run this and we run a drill we call the plus drill, which is pretty much this on air out of their stance. And that's it. That's all we run. There's no magic pill. There's no extra drill I can give you. We do these drills every single day. And our kids get really, really good at them and they understand how they apply to the game. And that's how we teach down block. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about blocking in space. Pull kick, pull wrap. We came up with a hurdle drill that a lot of people are very interested in. I'll kind of walk through what we're trying to do with that drill with our offensive linemen. This is offensive line in the Gun T RPO week. So different video every day dealing with how we coach our offensive linemen. If you'd like more detail, you'd like to see stuff like this with actually film of the block and then film of it showing up in the game, then you can go to my website, fbcoachsimpson.com. There's materials there. Or you can go to CoachTube and actually get the courses that are online there. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. If you haven't already done so, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel just by clicking the button, or you can watch more videos on the Gun T RPO system inside my channel. Appreciate it.